You know, when I first released the shuffle video, it was one day before my oldest son was born. That was over 8 years ago. And I really like the fact that in all this time, I have not asked for one single subscriber, and you have all been amazing. You've been subscribing anyway, and I super appreciate that. And you know what? Today, I'm still not going to ask for a single subscriber. Ryan, you know, you jumping into these videos is getting kind of old.
Can you please subscribe to my dad's YouTube channel? Please. Please.
It's like his arms are disconnected from his body. Just for that. Just for that, I'm going to teach you something as a thank you that you can have a lot of fun with. So here we are. I've got a couple of decks over here you can see. And the thing that I'm going to share with you is some cool deck spreads, both for at home and if you're on dead spread in a casino. So the first one that I've got is your standard. So just so that we know how to spread a deck, I have shown this a few different times. It's really not that hard to do. You spread a deck just like that, okay? So how do you do that exactly? Well, this is a few times I've shown it, but I've got some really cool deck spreads, some things that I'm pretty excited to share. So if you know how to do this, just skip like a minute or so and you'll be there. Basically all you do is thumb on the back side, index finger, and you want some control here. So index finger and ring finger on this side, finger down, and then it's about putting pressure with the thumb right here, okay? So it's just the amount of pressure that you put, that's how it spreads, all right? So you just get used to the feel of it. It's not that hard at all. So I'm going to show you some cool spreads that you can do. Oh, by the way, to pick them up, you use your other hand, get under them, and then you just scoop them all at once. It's really annoying to try to get them this way, and people do it all the time. You don't have to do that. To pick up a spread deck, you just pick it up like this. But let's get right to it. I'm going to show you some cool ways to spread the deck. Well, I'm going to do that in a second. Instead, I'm going to show you this because I get asked this all the time. How do you spread a deck and then flip all the cards over? It's really not that hard, okay? I already showed you how to spread a deck. You just spread the deck first. You got to keep the cards a little bit close together. When you flip them, you put a little oomph into it like I did there. And the important part here is your other hand has to be right at the end to catch it. Otherwise, the last few cards go flying. Okay, so you spread it. You flip it with a little oomph, and you get your hand there ready to catch, and you're good. First, I'm going to give you the heart spread. By the way, some supervisors don't like this. I like this on dead spreads. I definitely don't like this in a game. So here is the heart spread, all right? So you take half the deck, and you want to curl it back perfect right at you, all right? Then the other side, the other way. This is tough because you have to be able to use your other hand. Now, I'm using a cheat technique because it's my left hand. I haven't really taught myself how to do it. Okay, I just lay my hand flat and put my thumb on it, and then I have the cards curl out and then come back, and voila, we have a heart. This is always a hit whenever, especially, you have a male player walking up to a female dealer. They always make a comment. It always adds to more tips. Always is the wrong word, but it happens a lot. All right, next one. When you take two decks, this is fun. You gotta be able to do this half pretty well, but look. You spread the first half this way, and you get your circle going, and you can even put this right up on top. Yeah, we're gonna try this again. Here we go. This is take two. And there you go. You got a decent circle, right? Just a little mess up over there. And look, you can always fix it. But that's the circle spread with two decks. And they do say not to play with gaming equipment, so this one's a little bit more for home games. The heart one you can do on a dead spread in a casino. Mixing two decks together might upset your supervisor a little bit. The next one here is pretty interesting. And I'm going to show how to do it like this, okay? So you can get your overhead view right here. Ryan, what are you doing? Ryan, what are you doing?
I made this.
Hold on a second. Gosh, look at this. Ryan, what does that say?
Subscribe.
Ryan, I told people I'm not going to ask them for this.
But this is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty cool. Look at that. It does say the thing that I said I wasn't going to ask for very nicely. But Ryan, listen,
Yeah.
Okay? That's it. No more, all right? I'm trying to teach something right now, okay?
Okay.
I'm not sure I trust him, but... Okay, so where were we? Sorry about that, everybody. So, now the next one, I learned this from a dealer named Joseph. Joseph, you're awesome for teaching this to me. I'm not as good as you, but I think I can still do it pretty well. So basically what you do is, you start with your thumb in the very center, and you're going to apply some up and down pressure very slowly. You do this one very slowly. You got to hold the very center firmly with this hand. You very, very slowly start to just keep applying pressure and apply a little bit of spin to it. And let's see if I can get it all the way through, because I can't always make it go all the way, but I think I can do it here. Just keep going on it, keep going, keep those fingers in the center. See, I let my fingers go out of the center at one point. The idea is to get this to go all the way around. The entire way around, bottom to top. All right, and I feel like I'm a little bit off on this side, so I'm just going to evaluate. I actually wish that Joseph was here to help me with this. I have not done this in a very long time, but it is the right type of thing to show on this video. Look at that, it's not a perfect circle at all. And so then, oh, it's getting there though. What ends up happening if you do it right is you end up with this nice, beautiful little arrangement. Just like that. So, you're just going to have to experiment for yourself. This is pretty hard to do. The thing I'll say is, you get a sense of how to do it once you start, and it's just about pinching. It's about pinching and wiggling it without losing that center point. And then you end up with this, which is really nice. And let's see. So I decided just to speed this whole part up, but this is a smiley face. It's super simple, one suit per section. You could also use the Joseph method for each of the eyes and the nose, which would make it look kind of cool. You got the different angles. I just figured I'd do it quick. So this would be for 2 separate decks, okay? You take this one and you do the Joseph method. That took a really long time to do the first time around, and you don't need to see that again. Yeah, so I sort of am about to go a little overboard here. This is the first one I'm doing. See if you can tell me what it is before I tell you what it is. I sped these up, of course, because these things took a while. I love the Joe method in the middle. That's right, I made a butterfly. And there's me flying. All right, so this next one, I think it's an alien. I'm not really sure. And this one, this is kind of just a design that I made. It does resemble eyes, which I do a little bit later, but you know, it's just fun. Look, I'm putting these things on here because why not? This one's a little bit of an insect, and then I turned it into a cross. Here's a circle with a circle inside of it. And this one's literally me being bored and crazy. I showed this to Ryan and he called it Guess Who. Yeah. No. And then there's this one. Can you tell what I'm doing? I'm looking at a part of myself. Yep, my ear. Ryan, what do you think? Do you like this?
Yeah.
Ryan, what did you do?
3D subscribe.
Hold on.
It's 3D subscribe.
Does that say subscribe?
Yes.
Ryan, we're not supposed to be doing that. All right. You know, and you do it anyway. That's actually pretty creative. Wow, this is what you were doing the whole time? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay, but this is it, right? No more?
Maybe.
Ryan! Oh, God. All right, the next 2 I sped up. I decided to do that. This one starts with 13 cards vertically, and then you go 1 card, then 3 cards, which you'll see in a second. It ends up being a tree, then 5 cards, and 7, and then it'll be 9 after 7, And then 11 is the last one, and I think I had a couple left over, so I put it at the bottom. I found this one took a long time. That's why, I mean, I had to speed these ones up. These were crazy long. And we just tucked them there. It's a nice little, like, you know, maybe during the holidays that'd be a good one. And then here, I did a letter. This is an F. You could argue it's inspired by Facebook, but it's not exactly the Facebook F, but it's cool. Let's see. Oh, this one's great. You're going to love this. So this one, you take half the deck. As you can tell, I'm making eyes here, and I had to adjust the other circle. You know, you got to get them to be about the same. That looks about right. Boobs!
That's inappropriate.
What? Every woman's got them.
What about men?
Men have them too.
No.
Some do. And cards started about here, and you spread them this way nicely. And then you want to take about half of what's left, and you tilt it towards you a bit, and then you start kind of curving it up and in. Let's see, like that. Maybe a little bit more. Let's see, yeah, that's a bit better right there. Same thing on this side. You take this. Let's see, just like this. That's the first section. You go around like this, and let's see. We got some extra cards. I think we'll make, let's see, we'll make this part a little longer, you know, might as well. It's every card spread's dream, right? Let's see. And there we go. We got ourselves a double J.
It's not a double J.
Excuse me. I'm the one that's making this. I think I know what it is. This is a double J.
No.
I made a double J. One of them is a J this way. One of them is a J this way. That's all we need to say.
It was a number 1 dispenser.
I don't know where he learned that. So thank you, everybody. Even though I'm not telling anybody to subscribe, I appreciate everybody who has and everybody who does in the future. And Ryan, why do you have that look on your face? Okay. And I hope that you guys can forgive me / enjoyed the the spreads of the deck and all the silly stuff that I just showed you. I appreciate you all so much. So everybody, thank you so much.